Hello.
Hi. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Carlos. How are you?
Hi.
Carlitos.
Sigit.
What time is it in Madagascar? I see a
Yes, hello.
Good to see you. Oh, it's not too bad. It's only 6:30 p.m. All right.
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, hello. How are
Yeah,
you?
Hello, guys.
Awesome.
How are you? Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Oh, Sophia.
Hello,
guys.
Oh, it's so nice, everyone. Hi, Hando. Melissa, hello. Like going through all the screens. Carter.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
Annapurna.
Good morning,
Annapurna.
Annapurna. It's been
Hi.
so
Hello.
long.
Hi, Carlos. How are
Hi,
you?
Annapurna.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
well,
Long
well.
time. Good, good. I'm in
Hi,
India only.
hello.
Hi, Hando.
Hi.
We
Mhm.
had our meeting with our Earth Day event with India.
Mhm.
I don't know,
Mhm.
10
This
hours ago.
morning,
So it's
this,
it
it was a
was
great
last night
meeting
for
in the
us
morning.
though. Yeah, so that went really well. They had over 100 people logged on, and many of them were
Mm,
classrooms. So there was probably like 300 people on
Mhm.
that meeting. It was awesome.
mm.
Mhm.
Great
Hi,
energy.
Rocio.
Hola, Rocío.
Thank you. Yeah, and Sarah,
Hello, how are
it was
you?
a great meeting in the morning.
Good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It was very fun to run.
Everyone was very happy.
So as you're coming in, if you would like, we have opened up the renaming. So if you would like us
Yeah.
to call you, if you think you're going to want to speak, or when you're in your breakout rooms and you are speaking, it would be nice to rename what you would like to be called. So on your screen, look for your box, or on the participant list, look for your name and click the three dots and it'll say rename. So make sure you're renaming. So I'm going to rename myself. Oh, actually, I just tried to rename someone else. I'm going to rename myself so that I have my country. So it says Sarah, because that's what I want to be called, and then CGE, and then I'm going to put Canada, because it's also nice to see where everyone's joining from. So again, find your picture, click on the dots in the top right hand corner, and then click rename and make sure you have your name you would like to be called in the meeting rooms, and if we call on you, and then your country. That would be amazing. So Andrea Philippines, and it looks great.
If you can't figure out how to rename yourself, you can type in the chat and say, my name is this, help me. And I also have the power. I can make you guys whatever name I want.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you. I see our friends from Brazil. Hello, Melissa.
And Sarah and Rebecca, this year, apart from HPS, I have one more new school. It's
Yeah,
Little
awesome.
Angels High School from Gwalior.
Perfect.
They'll be joining us for the COP along with HPS.
Awesome.
Wonderful. I
Okay.
assume that's Nazim Khan, Dr. Nazim Khan. Wonderful.
Yes,
Welcome,
Nazneen
welcome.
Khan. Yes, yes.
Perfect. I saw
Yes.
her
Same
waiting.
thing.
The family is growing.
It is. We have some new friends from Turkey this
Thank
year.
you, ma'am. Thank you, Annapurna, ma'am. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, we have lots of people
Have your
still
students
joining.
joined?
Yes, ma'am, they are joining, ma'am.
Okay, good, good.
I don't know what
We have a lot of people still joining, so we are going to just give a couple of minutes. Maybe as we're joining, what would be a great question for our chat, Rebecca?
I would like to know what small action you are all taking for Earth Day. Annapurna, can I get you to mute, please?
See, my Earth Day. My Earth.
No.
So I would like you guys in the chat to let us know what small action you're planning on taking for Earth Day today. So are we doing a beach cleanup? Are we buying some secondhand clothes? What is our idea for our small action that we're going to take individually for Earth Day today? And as you guys are thinking, what's my small action I'm taking for Earth Day today? I think I'm going to go for a nature walk today. Try to help myself reconnect with my local ecosystem. What are you going to do, Sarah?
Well, I already
Okay.
walked my kiddos to school this morning, so I've done the
Okay.
nature walk. I might, oh, and I'm using a reusable container for my morning
Nice.
tea.
So everyone else, if you want to type in the chat, I see Carter's the first one in there, walking around the community to connect with the land in our school. It must be, is it a nice day in Kelowna today, Carter?
It's a little bit cloudy. It's been really hot over the past couple of days though, but today's a little bit
nice cloudy.
nice, cool, overcast.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got a bit of rain here in Edmonton too, but sometimes it doesn't, we don't quite get the same weather even though we live so close together.
You had snow not that long ago.
We have snow tomorrow.
Yeah, 10
Oh, my.
centimeters of snow, everyone.
Oh,
10
my
centimeters of snow to the world. That's what Canada's enduring tomorrow.
Oh, we have a grade 5 class on YouTube that's letting us know that they're riding their bikes and reusing their plastic bottles infinitely. That's so
Amazing.
awesome. Thank you for sharing, guys.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, we have Naomi's gonna do a cleanup group at her nearby park.
Oh, that sounds
And our school in Argentina has installed a drip irrigation system. Amazing.
very cool. That's my goal for my garden one day.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm cutting off, but my teacher asked about they want to change their name to Tane Türkiye.
Can they type it in the chat so I know which one it connects with?
It's called Zoom user, that one.
Okay, can you, and what did they want to change it to?
No, yeah, they want to change their name. They text in the chat, but that
There's
got
so many notes.
threw away.
Oh, I see. Tane. I got it. I can do it. Yep.
Also, my other teacher asked about this too, Dilay from Turkey.
Yep, perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right, we are getting on in time and we don't want to miss our sharing time. So we might just start chatting. And as people come in, it's going to be a busy meeting today. We're so excited to have you all here. So welcome everyone. Yay! Happy Earth Day to all of our favorite decarbonizers from all over the world. Today we're joining across continents, across countries, across cultures, and across time zones with one shared purpose. We're going to learn, we're going to connect, and most importantly, we're going to act. So this is a celebration meeting. We've been working together since last year. We've done bilateral meetings. We've learned online. We've connected with each other and watched each other's videos and heard each other's stories. We've shared art. We've written a manifesto, we've gone to COP, and we've had our live from COPs, and then we did some action, and now we're here to celebrate all that amazing work from around the globe. This is a celebration of a global decarbonized movement powered by you, young people all over. So welcome to Decarbonize Earth Day 2026. Yay! My name is Sarah. I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Global Education, and we have been leading Decarbonize now for, since 2008. So next year is going to be our, well, I guess in 2 years is going to be our 20th anniversary. Amazing. 20 years, 2 decades of work on Decarbonize and bringing youth voice to COP. So I'm Sarah. I'm going to pass over to my colleague Rebecca to introduce herself now.
Hello, everyone. Very wonderful to see some familiar faces in the group, and welcome to any of our new decarbonizers. Earth Day is such a fun event because we get to have that inspiration from everybody coming together and the excitement as we start to build that road towards COP at the end of the year. I work on a lot of the education stuff with you. So if you're going to be working a lot within the Decarbonize project this year, you're going to get a lot of emails from me and see me on a lot of meetings. So I hope that you're excited for that as much as I am. And I think we're going to have a really fun event. I might have to turn my camera off in a minute. We'll see how my stream runs, but I'm running the YouTube in the background. So I'm sorry if I hide my face. Please don't hide yours. I like seeing all your smiling faces.
Amazing.
Happy Earth Day.
And now I'm going to invite Rocio to, if she's able, I don't know, she might be teaching, but if she is able to unmute and say hello, that would be lovely too.
Hello, dears.
Oh, I think you're I think there's some background there. You're joined twice in the room. Oh, feedback.
I know. I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, I will do.
Wonderful.
Your time. Can you listen to me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, there we go. So thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here. And we have some new decarbonizers from my school. It's so nice to gather together and see all those faces. We wait all year long to see. So thanks a lot. And I'm thrilled to listen to you guys.
Amazing. And Rocio is our global lead teacher for Decarbonize and another integral team member here at CGE. And then we have a few more staff that are on, and maybe I'll just get them to wave now. Hello, hello. And you might see their faces around. And if you're sending us stories for Instagram, they're the ones that are helping do all that. And they're in the background commenting on videos that you share and work that you do. We're just so excited to bring everyone together today to celebrate you, to mark you, and to hear about your journey through the Decarbonize program. So in this meeting today, we'll be revealing this year's theme. We'll be hearing from voices from Turkey and Brazil and Australia. We'll be celebrating creativity, ideas, and action. And we'll be asking what happens next. So, because today is not the finish. Today is just a new starting point on our journey towards COP31 in Turkey. All right, so we are not a small initiative. I remember when Annapurna, Carlos, Mary, some of our amazing teachers on here, when it was just like 8 countries, and we'd get together and it was so small. But now we've grown to 80, more than 80 countries. I think we're up to 86 now, with hundreds of schools, thousands of children. It's such a great, amazing, powerful voice. Every voice matters in this project. Not later, not someday, but right now, today, your voice matters. And here's a map that tells the story of our schools. It's about connecting from South America to Europe to Africa to Asia Pacific. Students all across our schools are asking similar questions. What can we do? And the answer today that we're going to show you is you can do it. You can do everything. You can do small local projects. You can do big regional projects. You can do national policy advising. But together is where the power is, bringing all of our voices together. So, should we start? Yeah, okay. So I don't know if this is a thing in other countries, but in Canada, when we want to announce something, we do something called a drum roll. So like, it's where you like on your desk. So what we're gonna do is everyone is gonna do a little drum roll. I'm gonna count down. We're gonna do a drum roll, and then we're gonna reveal our theme for this year. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Drum roll, please. And our theme: climate misinformation and disinformation. Now, this is, I think, a very, very timely theme because last year, out of the COP30 in Brazil, global leaders recognized that one of the biggest barriers to climate action today is the lack of trust in information. So it wasn't a lack of solutions. It wasn't a lack of awareness. It was that people don't know what to believe and who to believe from and what messages are we receiving. So they created a declaration on information integrity on climate change. It's a big phrase. So Declaration on Information Integrity on Climate Change. There's a lot of tricky words in there, but what it comes down to is this idea that false information slows action. It creates confusion and it divides communities. So this year we're asking you, how do we know what is true? How do we challenge misinformation? So how do we challenge people who are not maybe telling the truth or who are telling the truth that serves them? And how do we become responsible for making sure that people around us are informed? So, because solving climate change also means protecting the truth. All right, so we're super excited. And our color this year is purple. As you can see, we're all wearing our new purple shirts. We're super excited. All right, I'm gonna throw over to Rebecca to introduce our next part.
Yeah, so the interesting thing about COP this year is that it's being hosted partially between Australia and Turkey. And our Australia students wanted to share a little message of inspiration for you all. It is like 2 o'clock in the morning there, so they opted to do a video instead of joining us live. And I think you will notice a little bit of our misinformation theme as you watch this video. So I'm just going to pass it over to our friends from Australia to send their welcome message.
G'day everyone, I'm Tommy Bennett from Australia.
And I'm Akira Miller. We were both fortunate enough to attend COP30 in Belém, Brazil last year, and we just wanted to say hello and share our thoughts on Earth Day.
Now before we start, as it is officially Earth Day, we wanted to fix up a little misconception of where Australia is located. Australia is often referred to as the land down under, but in fact Australia is the land up top. We are on the top of the world, just like our cousins is Argentina, Chile and Peru.
Now, just because a few European colonial powers were arrogant enough to say that the Northern Hemisphere is at the top, we now have evidence from the recent Artemis mission to the moon to prove Australia is indeed on top of the world. See, that's Australia, and that's Australia.
Now we know it makes sense, we know all the heavy things fall to the bottom, and we know the Northern Hemisphere is full of heavy stuff, like people, industry, oil, and military equipment. And a lot more fat politicians than what we have up here in the Southern Hemisphere. So now that we've got that all straight, let's get on with the important stuff.
We are from Townsville, Australia, near the Great Barrier Reef, home of lots of things that will kill you. Snakes, spiders, crocodiles, and tiny little killer jellyfish. However, the most dangerous Australian animal is the drop bear. It's like a koala, but far more dangerous. It has long, sharp teeth, drops from trees, and attacks. You may be able to fight one off for a while, but you will lose a leg faster than you can say help. So, when we are not fighting off things that kill us, we are working on projects that promote environmental protection, sustainability, and education.
Our big focus at the moment is working with students in the Pacific to develop their own projects to deal with environment-related problems in their communities. These nations are facing the devastating effects of climate change, loss of food production, and natural disasters such as cyclones, which you people at the bottom of the world call typhoons or hurricanes.
We work with students in Fiji on 2 projects. Disaster drones, which provide drones to communities to monitor their crops and check for changes due to climate change. They are also used during natural disasters to assess damage to crops and property and search for people. We also have the solar project, which provides solar-powered lights, solar-powered radios, and solar chargers for mobile or cell phones in communities which do not have reliable power supplies or after disasters.
In Vanuatu, we funded the repair to a school's water tanks and filtration system so students had access to water for drinking, hygiene and cleaning. We supported a primary schools to buy new rubbish bins with basketball backboards to make putting rubbish in the bin more fun. They also committed to having clean-up days in their community.
The ideas and plan to implement the projects are developed by primary and secondary students in the Pacific countries. Our job is to help them with the resources and funds to implement the project.
Here at the top of the world, we are fortunate to live in a country with the resources to deal with disasters, climate change, and a changing natural world. Not all communities and countries are as fortunate as us. So instead of Earth Day, let's make it Earth Year, where we reach out and work with a community in our country or a school overseas. Let's help them to develop their own projects and provide the funds to protect their small part of this big world. Now, if you don't help, expect to get a visit from an Australian drop bear.
So let's leave no one behind. Happy Earth Day!
Earth Year.
Oh, right. Happy Earth Year. So, see you later, mate. Did that sound Australian enough, Tommy?
Yeah, not bad.
So funny, right?
I love that. All those bears. Deadly. The thing is, they have enough deadly animals in Australia. It's not like they need to make one up. That was amazing. Thank you to our friends from Australia for that fantastic example of how we have different places and different perspectives, but one shared commitment to protect our planet. So this is not a one-day event, as we've been saying. This is a journey. From now through the rest of your year, you will be learning, you will be collaborating, you'll be taking action locally, you'll be connecting globally, and you will engage with global policy spaces, all leading towards moments like COP and then beyond in action like this. And we are so excited that because of the nearly 2 decades of work that we have been doing to bring voices to global climate conversations, that continues this year. It is young people like you who are not just participants in these conversations now, but you're actually shaping them. And we hope that as we have spotlights on some of our students today and sharing in our breakout rooms in a few minutes, that you'll hear that it's not just about coming to the table and listening. It is about people turning the microphone to you and wanting to know your thoughts and your ideas, and then using that to actually create impact in global policies. And you are a vital part of this conversation. Whether you go to COP or not, your voice needs to be heard. And we are all here to listen and reflect that in the work that we do. So I'm super excited to welcome our Earth Day 2026 contest winners. We will be returning maybe to Brazil at COP30 in Belém. Student voices help shape global conversations. And today we celebrate our Earth Day contest winners from Brazil, student leaders who are already showing what youth action looks like. And this is where this story for this transition year begins. Welcome to our friends in Brazil.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you. So I'm gonna pull up our presentation here. Is that okay? I'm gonna start sharing my screen.
Perfect. That'd be great.
Okay. Wait a second, just a second. I'm sorry, just a second. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty.
No worries, that is tech. How about while we're waiting in the chat, people can put, maybe what their favorite part of their biome is. So for me, I love breathing fresh mountain air. That is my favorite part of my biome. So is there something about where you live that you would like to tell us all about? So keep that in the chat. Oh, I see myself.
Okay, so it went through. Let me just, do you guys want to try the activity, finish it before I start?
We can chat in the chat as you start your presentation.
Okay. Let me just go.
Okay, can we start?
Please do.
Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Zane.
Hello everyone, my name is Larissa. Hi guys, I'm Naomi. Nice to meet you guys again.
So today we're going to introduce a little bit more about Brazil, our home, and our sustainable actions here in our school. Well, I wanted to start with a question. How do you imagine Brazil is? Brazil is one of the biggest countries in the world. It has 7 biomes. Actually, we live in São Paulo, as you can see here in this image. It's a big urban city. Now we're going to talk about our climate concert. It's a little bit serious, like so serious. This is the main 3 climate challenges in Brazil. Here we have the droughts that are most frequent in the Northeast. It reduces water for farmers, energy, and daily use. here we have the wildfire. It mainly happens in the Amazon, in the north and center west, where dry conditions weaken the natural water cycle. And the floods. The floods, it mostly affect urban areas like São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro, due to intense rainfall and poor drainage system. All these problems affect the environment and the people. It makes people miserable and the environment weak.
Okay, guys, so now I will introduce you a little bit about Colégio Magno. So Magno has 3 units. That is me, Annie, and Naomi study at Sacred unit, but they school have 2 others. That is Olavo Bilac and Campo Belo, where kindergartens go. Just a little introduction about this school for you. We have many green areas around this one, and we have a garden too where food and plants we use to eat our lunch. This school have many projects that incentivize the students to practice and talk about sustainable actions and global warming. So our school has about solar panels above the gymnasium that more than 50% about our energy comes from there.
Sorry, I was muted. So here I'm going to present a little bit about our school project. This one is called Observando Rios, or directly translated to Observing Rivers in English. So it's a project where we go to near water sources to collect the water and check the quality of it. So it combines such a chemical analysis of the type of toxins and waste as such, but we also have a very deep and physical interaction with our nature, between our students, our nature, and our community. This project is also done in collaboration with an NGO called SOS Mata Atlântica, and where they analyze more in depth the data that we send. We also do have selected collectors here at Magno and are very frequently used. I mean, they're the only type of trash bins that we use here, and they're made from 100% recycled materials. And so this process, these bins, these collectors, they really educate the students on how to properly discard their waste.
Well, here we have one of the sustainable actions here in Magno. Here we teach the kids the simple decomposing way that they can do it at home and they can bring it to the future too.
Sorry.
Here we have too our composting organic matter, but the electronic one. This is a faster way to produce this organic composting, and it makes a huge quantity of fertilizer. That's why we can donate it for farms and other places near our school. We have too the biodigesters. Here we can put the food after the lunch, the kids' lunch, and it produces a biogas that can heat the baby shower.
We do also have our diaper recycling, that we turn diapers into reusable day-to-day items, such as these pens. Oh my goodness. So we also do encourage a lot of the younger kids to know about sustainable actions here at Magno. That's why we do activities with them like paper production through recycling. And these papers also have seeds in them. So after you use it, you can plant them. And we also educate them about our vegetable production through aquaponics and hydroponics, where the students are very interested in this part normally. We also have this ongoing project called Projeto Muda or Muda Project, and it's about planting trees and saplings in schools and public spaces near our community, near our school, and that really don't normally have the access to these type of resources, especially native trees, which are becoming more rare nowadays.
Okay, guys. So now talking about our volunteer group that has the coloring bottle caps, where volunteer actions that help selective recycling, where the people separates the color of the bottle caps, where helping people with health business, and this is very good for the social and environment part. And here in Brazil, this called like tampinhas que curam. Another project that our school has the Humanity Week. That last year the theme is the climate justice, where kids can share their projects and sustainable actions inside the school for other students. Another project that Magno do is the model unit simulation. That here we call it like Forum Magnum, where we have a committee it's about copy, where the students can simulate a conference in there. So now with this photo, we want to show for you the answers of Magnum, where the young children can say their sustainable actions, their projects, and talk about the global warming. And with this, Magnum wants to show for you that next generation is the future of the global and the planet. This is all for today, and with this project, we need to show for you what Magno and São Paulo, Brazil is. Any questions, guys?
Amazing. So wonderful. I love that picture at the end of this school children, like the younger ones, pretending they were at a COP meeting. That's so good. But everything that it's so many projects going on at your school and so many different ways to be involved. So no matter how you feel, like some people like speaking, and some people like art, and some people like working with their hands. And no matter what you like to do, you're able to find a way to participate. And I think that's just amazing. So thank you so much for sharing. Now it's your turn, because this program is not just about watching. It's not just about listening to our friends. It's about telling each other about our stories and listening to others and learning from other people. So we are going to open some breakout rooms, and I know many of you have presentations. You'll be able to share your screen. We're going to have a Spanish room. We're going to have, I don't know if we have enough to do a French room. We might, our friends in Madagascar might have to suffer through English, but we'll see. If you can do a French room, raise your hand and we'll know that. And we're going to ask a few of our friends to stay here in the main room, but we'll let you know who you are in a second. So each school, we're going to have to really share our time. And so I'm going to ask the teachers who are also in the room to keep an eye on the time and just kindly remind everyone that we need time to share. So if you're going over your 5 minutes, maybe someone can be like, that's 5 minutes, just in a friendly way so that everyone has time to share. We are going to celebrate what we hear and active listen and think about what are ways I could maybe do this in my school, or how is this different than my school? And we'll talk about it when you get back. So I know Rebecca has been working on the breakout rooms in the background. Rebecca, do we have one in particular that is going to be Spanish?
We have Uno Español. I wrote it in the name. So the blue room says Spanish next to it. So if you would like a Spanish speaking room, you're welcome to use that one. If you would like to practice your English, you can use a different one. There are 6 rooms, so please try to spread out amongst those 6 rooms. You're welcome to type in the chat if you have other friends on the meeting to say, hey, Colegio Mango, let's go to room red. And then my last thing is I would like to invite our friends from Lacombe Composite and our, who was my second one? We had one more that we wanted to keep in the main room. Lacombe Composite, we want you to stay in the main room to do your presentation here so that we can run it on
Let's invite one of our friends from India as well.
Yeah, I think maybe that would be a good idea. Do we have someone, a school from India that would be willing to stay in the main room?
Maybe. Does Hyderabad Public School have a group here?
We'll open them and we can start to figure it out. Or maybe Gilson. If Gilson's in here, maybe your group can stay in the main room.
We are from Gwalior, India.
Perfect. Yeah, then we'll
Yeah,
keep you
it can be also Colombia.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, so they're open now. So go ahead and pick your room, and teachers, try to spread out into the rooms. And I'll ask too, our friends from CGE, if you could each choose a room to hop into just to try to help keep things flowing, that would be great as well.
If you need help joining a room, let us know. We're happy to pop people over.
Okay, and as people are finding their rooms, our friends from Lacombe Composite, if you would like to get your slides set up to be shared, that would be great. Oh, look, they're actually spreading out so evenly. Great work, everyone. Let me know if I need to add another room too. I'll kind of keep an eye on them, but I can add one if I need to.
Ah, they're getting busy. No one's in room 7, so if you're thinking about starting a new room, room 7 would be a place to go.
I'm going to call it the pink room. Purple room is popular because they know that's our theme color for the year.
I'm sorry, can I ask something?
Yes.
Sorry, but I don't know how to get in the rooms. Can you help me?
Yes.
Please.
So do you, sorry, go ahead, Sarah.
At the bottom of the screen, can you see the bar where it says chat, react, share?
Yeah, I can see that.
So there should be one that says more with a circle and 3 dots. And
Yeah.
there will be a button called breakout rooms, and you should be able to touch that.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Wonderful.
I can get in the random of these, right?
That's okay. So you can also tell me which room you'd like, and I can put you in there, and it'll send you a note.
Well, for Türkiye, English would be great because we're planning to speak in English.
Yep.
Okay, why don't we put them all in pink room because I don't think it has anyone in there yet.
Okay, so pink is English, right?
Yep.
Okay. We
All right,
are
thank
all
you.
get in the pink room, right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you very much. Also, nice to meet you all. I really like this.
I'm going to start putting some people into rooms. So,
I'll let you do it because it's tricky when we both click on it at the same time. So Sarah's just going to start popping you guys into some breakout rooms. So you should see a notification come up for you to join one of the rooms and start sharing.
Hello. Leave me alone. I've had a very long day today. I'm still not done. The morning,
Annapurna doesn't have the
continuous
energy to
meetings
walk
through
to the other room.
No energy to walk to the other room today.
That's okay. You can stay in here. That's
I'm
fine.
done. Okay.
And I see the green room also still has room. So if your class has not chosen a room yet, you can definitely choose the green room.
Tegan, are you at Lacombe? I don't want to put you in a room if you're going to be presenting.
Yeah.
I've been up from 3 in the morning.
All right. So as the rest of us get sorted, I am going to pass the microphone over to our friends at Lacombe Composite to go ahead and start their presentation.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, we can, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Here is our presentation. So we are located in Alberta, Canada, at Lacombe Composite High School. Temperatures range from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius in the summer, and it gets all the way to minus 40 and negative 50 degrees Celsius in the winter, so it can change pretty fast. Canada is also home to about 10% of the world's forests and 25% of the wetlands. So here's a couple of our projects here at the high school. We have net zero geodesic tropical greenhouse where we grow bananas, lemons, and figs, and we have an aquaponic system. This is powered by geothermal energy. We also have beekeeping and honey that we sell at the farmers market. And we also have a goat barn where we raise all of our goats. And all of this, each of these projects are incorporated into its own class as well.
I'm Lex. It does say Alexis. Climate concerns. Major climate issues affecting Canada include melting Arctic ice caps, which also contribute to habitats, increasingly the heat waves and wildfires and severe droughts, and flooding risk from heavy waterfall.
So one of our action projects that we're currently doing is a solar goat shelter where the goats will be able to stay warm inside of it while being like protected from the wind, and it will have solar panels on top, and it'll be producing electricity for us. Our second one that we're doing is an elevated solar panel system, which we're going to be putting above some fruit bushes and garden beds that will, according to our like studies, should be able to increase the produce from the crops as well as give us more energy. It will also be saving water, which is really useful because our area is technically supposed to be using less water.
Questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you guys do so many different types of projects. I would like to hear from each one of you. What is your favorite specific project that you guys have done as part of EcoVision?
Okay, who wants to go first?
I can. I think with all the projects we've done, I think my favorite would have to be the goats. It is what really got me into EcoVision, and I really enjoy being able to spend time with them.
Very cute. My fave too.
Sorry. There's a few things I enjoy about EcoVision. I enjoy spending time with my friends, harvesting the herbs, and bringing them to Solange and Chive. I also enjoy the goats as well as killing.
Amazing.
And my favorite, I think I'm like it changes per day because we have so many projects, and like it's mostly whatever we're working on at the moment. But if I had to choose one, like right now, it'd probably be the greenhouse because it's kind of the main staple of what people think of with all of our projects. Because it's kind of like Mr. Schultz constantly says, it's our centerpiece. And we grow so many different things in there, and we teach students how to grow their own food and such.
Very cool. Yeah. And like you were saying, then you can sell it to a local business. It's such a cool entrepreneurial aspect. That's really awesome. Thank you very much. Does anybody else have any questions for this group while they're here? I also have to say your greenhouse has inspired another greenhouse. I think you guys might have heard our group in Kelowna, Canada is also now wanting to install maybe not quite as big of a one that you have, but a greenhouse as well. So it's really cool to hear.
That's really cool. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions for this group? Isabella, I think, has a question.
Sorry, I have just arrived from the breakout rooms, and we were like from the same schools, so we don't know where to go now.
Do you have someone here that can share? Because we actually need another group to present in this room. Would you guys be willing?
Oh, okay.
To here?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
We would like to present here. Thank you.
Any other questions for Lacombe Composite while we have them here? I will say before we let you guys go, if anybody here wants to do some kind of gardening, beekeeping kinds of things and are not really sure where to start, you need to message these guys. They are like the experts in doing that at the student level. So if that has anything to do with your student action projects, reach out to me. We'd be happy to give you their contacts. Proud as always of the hard work you guys are doing at Lacombe Comp. So thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Wonderful. All right. So I guess, Isabella, we can go ahead and let your group share next if you have slides that you'd like to present. Oh, so you have some members that are in the other breakout room.
Yes, here in this room, there's also one member of our school.
Isn't that
Do
a
you
good
want
thing?
to share or do you want to just talk through it?
So there's too many of you here, or you need us to pull someone from another room?
Like there's too many here also of us.
Because you both want to share the presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, so Isabella, why don't you share the presentation in this room and I'll move Sophie's group to another room.
Okay.
Does that work?
And Julie's Balsani group.
Okay. Let's go with
So if
we can
Isabella, if
move
you
into-
want to start sharing and speaking, then we'll get the other group going. Thanks, guys.
So Sophie,
Yes,
I'll
thank
move
you.
you to
I will
the
start.
orange room. Sorry, I just want to make sure they know where they're going. Sophie, I'm going to move you to the orange room to share. And who was the other one I needed to move? I think we're good. Okay. Oh, Huli.
Were you seeing the presentation?
We're
seeing a
Rebecca.
black screen with my
Wait,
face on it.
now?
Okay, that's the
Perfect.
presentation.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
Are you able to make it full screen?
Yes.
Yes.
There.
Perfect. That looks great.
Yes. Well,
Hola, hello everyone. We are Isabela Picotto and Carmela Aguilar, and today we're going to talk you about our Green Plus team of St. George's Loma Verde School in Argentina.
well, this is our home. It is located in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And as Argentinians, we are very proud of who we are. There are certain things directly related to our culture that identify us, such as football, empanadas, and the mate. Here are some pictures of our school also. Are you able to see it? Perfect.
Okay, in Argentina, we are currently going through several environmental issues driven by a combination of intense climate driven through regulatory change affecting natural resource protection, wildfires due to intense heat and dry conditions.
Well, here are some pictures of the Patagonia that is in the south of Argentina, and this is the north of Argentina. Now it's time to present our action projects. As we are new and decarbonized, what we did was a brainstorm of ideas, and we vote and choose the ones in which we will be working this year. First, our school will host the Decarbonize Latam conference in May, where through teamwork and creative workshops, we'll work together with students from different Latin American countries to learn, discuss, and debate solutions to climate change, building connections, and understanding from diverse perspectives of how we can make a difference in our region, which is a very important thing for us.
Second, we would like to create a composting system at St. George's School, separating organic waste and using it for the school garden. We think this project will encourage participation and promote learning around the school.
Here there are some pictures of our school. This is our school and the places we want to make the compost in. And this is the idea we took of how we want to make the compost look like. Then another idea is to create a Green Pulse team newsletter. The idea of this newsletter is to share different places around the school in kindergarten, primary, and secondary to raise awareness around our community about the topics we work in decarbonize, and also share our work in the action projects and events we attend.
Also, we had some concerns about the energy used for lighting and air conditioning at school. So we came up with a few ideas. First, we decided to make the most of the weather, and it is nice to outside. Classes could be given outdoors. We could also analyze the possibility of installing tubular or regular skylines in the future with the school principals. And finally, we are going to study the use of the air conditions at school to decide whether or not we need to make a change and add fans to the classroom.
Well, last but not least, have you ever thought about how much of what we throw away could still be useful? Our project focuses on reducing waste in simple and practical ways, like we're using recyclable materials to create things like toys and bird feathers, and also collecting single-sided use paper to reuse it for notes and schoolwork. Here are some ideas. This is something we did, and this is something we would do in future.
We truly believe that by working together locally and regionally, we can make a difference. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, you would be happy to answer them. We would. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Should I go back to the Zoom?
No, you could stay here. What if they have some questions
Okay.
for you?
Well, I can see the Zoom, but anyone who wants to ask something, just unmute.
Do we have any questions for our team from Argentina? Okay, I have a question. I always
Yes.
have questions. I'm very interested in your idea to do a compost bin.
Yes.
What is your plan for actually building the bins? Are you having someone come in and help you and show you guys how to
Well,
build them?
Yeah, we thought about firstly like plan and like ask the people that are in charge of that if we are able to do it, and in order of that we will choose the place. We wanted to do it in these two places. One is in secondary, behind our orchard, and after that we would in order we would like made I don't know, like a box, the box of the compost with wood, and we thought about going to primary school to raise awareness and tell the kids that they had to throw their fruits or vegetables or any organic things there, and explain a bit, because I guess they don't know much about the compost.
Yeah, I love that idea of tying your action to education. That always works so well. It's such a great idea.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Lacombe, I see you guys have a question.
Hey, so you were talking about replacing the fluorescent lights with tubular ones. We're just curious. What are tubular lights?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
His question is about the replacement lights that you're doing. So could you describe the lights that you are replacing your lights with? What makes them special?
Yeah. Well, we're using some lights that are like they're consuming too much energy. So we search about that, and I currently there are some lights that can use much, but a lot of much less, a lesser amount of technology of
Energy.
light, and that was our idea. And we also had to ask for permission of the authorization of the school for that, but that was our idea.
Very cool. Does that make sense, Brock? Okay, I'm seeing in the chat, I have some friends that want to move into the Espanol room, I think. Jorge, I might already have you in a room. I actually don't know, Sarah, how much time do we have left before the breakout rooms close? Do we have time for...
We have one more presentation time if we like, and we can also start to, sorry, we got something going on in the background. We can start to close up the rooms if we need. So but I think we have time if someone is from one of our Indian schools. Saruta, are you in the
Saruta is here, but I don't know if she's here. It might be going to sleep camera.
Hi, I'm there in the meeting. It's just like
Would you like to share a little bit about some of the action projects you're doing in your school?
Yeah, sure, I can do that, but I do not have the presentations with me because I just got to know about it like yesterday or something. So some of the ones who are actually presenting are in the breakout rooms, but sure, we can do that. Hi guys, I'm Sahida and I go to the Hyderabad Public School, Begumpet, which is in the southern part of India. And our school is spread out in like a 140-acre campus with lots of area for forests as well. So, keeping that in mind, we do lots and lots of green project actions. Last year, up until last year, we've also constantly celebrated the Earth Day. We've done some action projects like composting. We've done some pre-primary kids awareness sessions where we teach them how to properly dispose banana peels, as we believe that at the young age of pre-primary kids below 5 is when you can actually make sure that people actually learn about something proper, like something like disposal and waste management as well. And we also do some awareness sessions where we do some myth breakers, which aligns with this year's decarbonized topic of misinformation as well. So we're kind of glad that we are on the path of this year's theme as well. And for the last year's theme of decarbonize, which was code for climate, we've done lots of action projects relating to that as well, where we had lots of plants. We also did lots of um, projects. For example, personally, I've done lake cleaning as well, where we've gone around the different lakes in Hyderabad. So the place that our school is located, it's basically a landlocked area with no water bodies in it, except the lake, which is actually one of the most polluted ones in our city and in our state. So which is why we've started working on the lakes that surround the city as well. We start by cleaning out the bay area of the lakes, and then we slowly move into the waters, which I think can give the city a good breath after a while of pollution as well. And yes, that is something that I have right now to say. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Oh, good. You guys are doing so many things, and you just learned about all of these things. You're like the action for climate champion. It's so awesome to see. Okay, as our friends are coming back in, I just want to remind us to remember to mute as we re-enter. You might have been chatting in your other room, so we have to remember to mute as we come back in. Sorry, my Spanish friends, I tried to get you into your room. I'm trying.
I did. Yeah, I was trying to move people over as well as they were in the chat asking to go to different rooms, but it was right near the end there.
Yeah. So good. How was everybody's breakout rooms? Some of our breakout rooms had a little bit more craziness happening than others, I think. It's very great to have you all back. I think our rooms are just about fully closed here. A few more seconds. Beautiful. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. Thumbs up. Were the breakout rooms good?
I know that some of our rooms didn't get through all of the groups, but don't worry. We're going to come back together. We're going to hear from a speaker. We're going to talk a bit about what's next, and then we're going to go back to breakout rooms. So there is more time, and you will get a chance to share. So no worries. Wonderful. So Mauricio, our friend, is here to introduce his documentary that he's begun. Now, Mauricio's English is great, but also might need a little support. So our teacher friend, Maria del Rosario, is going to help us with some of the translation if needed. And she is joining us, thankfully, from Colombia, where we had COP, our biodiversity COP just 2 years ago. And so her school has been so instrumental in our program over the years. And thank you so much, Maria del Rosario, for helping us out today. So Mauricio is a storyteller. And we know that storytelling matters because it's not just facts that inform people about what is going on in our world, but stories. And facts, I guess, inform, but stories move us. That's how we remember things, is how we feel about hearing about other people. And so in a world of misinformation and disinformation, storytelling becomes even more powerful. So I want to welcome our friend Mauricio to tell us a bit about his documentary and the work that he does to tell climate stories.
And can I also add, Mauricio, we have your video. Tell me when you want me to play it. I can do the video at the start or after. Let me know. We have it here to play.
Okay, I will tell you. Thank you, everyone. I'm very happy to be here with you. Well, my English is not so good, but I will do my best. If something is not clear, maybe you can help me to be more clear. Well, I'm Mauricio, the director of the film A Song for My Land, and it's a film about the power children can have to change the world when they are supported. So in that sense, I really want to say congratulations for what you do, because I think it's very important to create spaces where children can think about the world, ask questions, and imagine solutions. When we made this film, we learned something very important. Children are not only the future, like as adults often say, they are the present. And when we really listen to them, they can have powerful ideas. Well, so now if you like, we can watch the trailer, and then I tell you a bit more about the film.
El avión estaba fumigando y hacía mucho olor a líquido. A mí me ardía la nariz, a él le ardía la cara y a él no sé, porque nunca me dijo. Y dolor de cabeza sería.
Desde la escuela rural, ¿vos crees que a nosotros alguien nos va a respetar acá? En realidad eso es ser invisible.
Imagínense un escenario en el medio del campo con estos niños y niñas cantando juntos. ¿Qué les parece si escribimos canciones y hacemos un gran concierto acá en el campo?
Un gusto.
Un gusto ambiental. Para escribir una canción, ¿qué necesitamos? Poesía. Acá hay rock and roll, ¿eh? Se armó la banda, ¿eh? Te digo, avión fumigador.
Carancho.
Me gusta eso, ¿eh?
Carancho de metal.
Entre todos, armamos una sola voz.
Carancho de metal.
Esa buscar alguna idea puede ayudarnos a que otros artistas, al ver esas fotos, al ver esas imágenes, se sumen también al proyecto. Vos serías George Harrison. Yo creo que ahí estamos, ¿eh? Sé que la foto hizo ruido en un montón de lugares. Me van a colgar a un aviador. Dijo, si ustedes lo hacen, nosotros pasamos con los aviones y tirando agua arriba del concierto. Eso es amenaza, ¿eh?
Estamos confrontando con grandes corporaciones y es así.
El tema es, ¿qué hacemos?
Buenas.
Queremos salir al campo y respirar. ¡Aire puro!
Yo digo que es la primera vez que veo un proyecto así de estas características. Nunca se hizo.
Y la logística de todo eso.
Bueno, después vemos.
Well, this this film follows the story of Ramiro Lescano. He is a music teacher in rural areas in Argentina, and well, one day he discovers, like you see, you watch in the trailer, a serious problem. Planes and machines are spraying chemicals near the school, and this can be dangerous for the children's health. So he decides to do something. He works with his students to create songs about what is happening with them. And through these songs, the children start to express what they feel and what they are living. But it's not easy because some people in the community don't agree and some media don't talk about it. So there is tension, there is conflict. But Ramiro and his students decide to go even further. They want to organize a big concert in the middle of the countryside in Argentina, like an environmental Woodstock, where music and people can share this message. And they do it with the support of very famous musicians in Argentina. Well, this movie, last year, the film traveled around the world. It was shown in more than 30 countries and won more than 20 awards, including Best Environmental Film of the Year 2025. But for us, the most important thing is not the awards, it's the audience, because how people feel, how they connect, and how they keep thinking after the film. It was amazing. And now, finally, the film will be in cinemas in Argentina on April 30. So I invite you to watch it and share it if you can. I know that there are people from many countries here, but if any of you are in Argentina around those days, maybe you can see it in the cinemas. And for everyone else, you can follow the project and get more information on our website, cancionesurgentesparamitierra.com. Because this is not a film, only a film. It's part of a bigger project called Urgent Songs for My Land, Canciones Urgentes para mi Tierra, where children from rural schools in Argentina create music about environmental problems. A lot of environmental problems, not only the agrochemicals problems. And now the project also includes, for example, film workshops where children can tell their own stories with short films, for example. Well, if you are interested, you can visit the website www.cancionesurgentesparamitierra.com and also follow the Instagram of the film, that is una canción para mi tierra.ok. Maybe you can write this information. Well, and I really hope you can watch the film one day. And I hope it inspires you, because in the end, it's about this. It's to look at the world, to ask questions, and to believe that change is possible. You know. So this is all. Thank you very much. Thank you for paying attention.
Thank you so much. I loved that. I think it's such an amazing idea that, especially children, if they can't maybe speak to with languages to other people in the world, that they can share music. Music is such a powerful language, and that even if we don't understand the words, we understand the feeling. And I think that that's such a powerful message to share. And we have on the well, Rebecca's going to talk in a minute here about the things that we can do on the Padlet this year, but one of them is sharing music. And how do we create community around shared music, shared stories, shared art? So thank you so much. We have the website here, and I'm going to check it out for sure. But I encourage all of our students online to check it out and to share on their social media this great movie. So thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you and congratulations again for your work.
So great. And I can imagine we might have students reaching out to you about how they might, because sometimes when we think about jobs that are related to the environment, we don't often think about art, but that can be a passion. And that is, we can definitely pursue careers related to sustainability, the environment, climate change, that are also integrated into art and powerful messaging around how do we tell stories so that we can make people change their behaviors and take action in their communities. And so I think this is just another wonderful way to think about how we change our the people around us and the way that we talk about climate and climate action. So yay, it's so exciting. All right.
I
What
also want to
up-
say we
yeah.
will share with all of our teachers here. We'll share the Australia video and we'll share the trailer for this movie with you all, just in case my internet was a little bit laggy for you, so you can really experience them. So we'll send that out for sure. Okay.
Now over to you, Rebecca, to talk about what's
Oh
next.
yes, it's my turn. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go quick so I can give you guys more time to share because I know a lot of you are still hoping to share. So me and my friend Muchi here would like to talk to you guys a little bit about what your next steps are now that we've actually gone through our full launch. So the first thing that I need everyone to do is everyone needs to get on the Padlet. So this is our virtual learning space. This is where you're going to do all of your capacity building, all of your sharing to build that knowledge. And then that way, as we kind of prepare for COP, we're all coming at it from this same kind of shared global understanding of climate change. So when we get into the Padlet, and it's in the chat there as well. Oh, sorry. I think I went too far. When we get into the Padlet, you'll notice there are 3 different activities to participate in. My goal for everyone here is to finish activity 1 by the end of the week. It's just a very short video, and it's all just talking about where you're from and what you've experienced in climate change. So your goal is to do activity 1 by the end of the week, upload a short video. The other thing that makes Padlet so great is that you guys can share videos and interact with each other. So as often as you possibly can, get on there and add comments to other people's videos. I know you guys are great at it because I've been seeing how wonderful the chat is during this meeting. So go in and watch some videos and comment on them. It's a really great way to make people feel good and happy about the stuff that they've been posting. Apart from those activities, we also do have our art contest running. So we will be choosing selected pieces of art to bring with us to the UN Climate Conference this year. So if you are an artist, if you have a sibling or a friend who's an artist, a classmate, let them know we collect art from anyone age 6 to 18 at any level, any form of visual art. So we love to get lots of good art. If you're in an art class, maybe you could do a whole activity around climate art. Those can all be submitted on our website at any time, okay? And I think, oh yes, I do have a couple of examples. So these are a couple of the past winners that we brought with us to COP over the last couple of years. So you can see we've got some 3D art, we've got some drawing, we've got painting. They come at all different types of levels. And I think I have one more slide here. We have a new student zone that we are presenting this year in our Padlet. So we wanted a space for you guys to be able to hang out, to chat, to share. That's not necessarily related to your learning. So you can see it's a little empty right now because once we get going and we get rolling, we're going to start to add some more to it. So we have weekly discussion questions that some of our university students are going to be sharing on there. We have open questions. So if you have a question for us, you can type it in there. You know, Rebecca, why are you so cool? Tell us how you are the way you are. I'd be happy to answer that. You can type that in there. We've got some news for you. If any of our volunteers find any good, positive climate news, they'll add it in here. And then the last one over here is the global playlist. So very shortly, at the end of the week, we will be launching our 2026, our 3rd annual Spotify global playlist. A really cool way for you to share music from your country with people around the world. So you can share your salsa music, or if you're Willa from Canada, sharing some great big C. You know, there's all sorts of these different things that you think maybe represent your country. A really cool way to connect around that is through music. So that is what our classroom looks like. Get on there, check it out, do activity 1 as soon as you possibly can so I can see all of your great videos. And that's it for me. I'm going to pass it back to Sarah.
Wonderful. And so now we are going from COP30, from our time in Brazil, to COP31 and our time in Turkey/Australia. And we've heard from Australian friends, but we want to give a spotlight to our friends in Turkey, because this is, as we know, this isn't an end. We're continuing on. We're just passing. In Canada, we would say we are passing the baton. So that's a race where you pass a baton and then the next person runs. And that's sort of what we're doing. We're passing the baton from one to the next. And so this is, it's a symbol of our continuity, of how it just is a circle. Just like the Earth cycle, this program is a circle. And we are moving our leadership from our team in Brazil to our team in Turkey. And so I want to invite some of our friends from Turkey to tell us what's about their country and what's coming next, what we can expect from COP. Over to you.
Hello, I'm really glad to see you all, and I'm a little bit excited, but I get over it. So,
Hello.
can we start?
Yes. If you can share the screen,
Yep.
it would be great.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So, hello, my name is Enes, and I'm a 10th grade student. And I'm joining from Türkiye. Today, we will present the presentation we have prepared for you.
And hello, I'm Fatime. I'm an 11th grade student and I'm joining from Turkey. Now, without wasting any time, I would like to start our presentation. When we think of Earth Day, we often think of protecting our planet's future, but to protect the future, we must appreciate the treasures we have today. Because COP31 will be in Antalya, I want to take you on a journey to a place where the sun hugs the sea and history breathes through the stones, Antalya. First of all, I want to talk about my country, Turkey. Turkey is a strategic bridge country connecting the continents of Asia and Europe. And if I'm going to introduce you to Antalya, let's talk about Antalya's location. Antalya is a city located in southern Turkey in the Mediterranean region, featuring a coastline along the Mediterranean Sea and filled with beautiful beaches. Antalya is not just a holiday destination, it is an open-air museum founded by King Atalos II as Antalya, meaning home of the gods. This city has hosted Pamphylians, Romans, Byzantines, and Seljuks. Let's take a look at the historical artifacts of the Antalya.
So, the timeless beauty of Antalya. If you want to experience history more deeply, you can take a short trip to Aspendos Theater, one of the best preserved ancient theaters in the world. It was built in the 2nd century AD during the Roman Empire. The theater is still used today for concerts and performances because of its excellent acoustics. And Aspendos shows the importance of Roman culture in the region. And Damlataş Cave. It is a cave on the seashore. It was named Damlataş because of the water drops that continue to drip from the stalactites. And the old town called Kaleiçi is full of narrow streets and traditional houses from the Roman and Ottoman periods. One of the most famous historical structures is Hadrian's Gate. Nature and beaches. One of the most important features of Antalya is its stunning natural beauty. The city is famous for its crystal clear sea and long sandy beaches, especially Konyaaltı Beach and Lara Beach. And these beaches attract millions of tourists every year. In addition, Antalya has a warm climate, which makes it a perfect destination for holidays almost all year round.
From the golden sands of Lara to the pebble-stone beauty of Konyaaltı, Antalya offers some of the world's cleanest blue flag beaches.
And Side is a historical coastal town in Antalya. It is known for its ancient ruins and beautiful beaches. Important places include the Temple of Apollo and the ancient theater. Side is popular among tourists who want both history and a seaside holiday. And Kemer. Kemer is famous for its natural beauty, clean beaches, and nightlife. And also, Kemer is a great place for outdoor activities like hiking, boat tours, and water sports.
Antalya is home to many stunning harbors. It's enough to say we have many beautiful harbors that you must see, and you can take a boat tour from the historical old steam marina. Let's take a look at some leisure time activities you can do in Antalya. If you are looking for adventure, you must go to Kaş. It is one of the best diving spots in the world. Antalya offers amazing ziplining experiences, especially in Köprülü Canyon. You can glide over the river and through the forest.
And in the spring, the scent of orange blossoms fills the entire city. It is like a natural perfume. And if we become the gastronomy, I think that's the best. The star of this place is famous for Antalya Piazzi, known for its special tahini sauce. You can taste fresh fish, calamari, and shrimp at the restaurants by the sea. And for dessert, orange jam must be tried. And you can enjoy these delicacies against this evening sun in the boutique restaurants of Kaleiçi or in Venice with a perch atop the cliffs. And for gifts, you can buy many unique gifts in Antalya for your friends and family. There are so many options that will serve as a perfect memory of your trip. And you know, Antalya is a touristic city. And if we became the hotels, these three is the most famous ones. And in the top right, you can see the Titanic Mardan Palace. It is a great hotel. And in the top left, it is Lara Barut Collection. And in the bottom right, it is Delphin Imperial Hotel.
And the last of all, the consolation is Antalya offers an unforgettable experience with its history, nature, and delicious food. As we celebrate Earth Day, we should remember that places like Antalya are gifts to us. By choosing sustainable tourism and respecting nature and history, we can help keep these beautiful places alive for future generations.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
And thank you for listening, and see you at Scope 31 in Antalya. But now we have a surprise for you from Antalya.
I'm so excited for the surprise.
We have a video. I waited for a
Yeah,
second.
it's okay. Rebecca can share, I think,
Oh,
if you
okay.
wanted to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very
And
much. I'm glad to
Thank
meet
you
you.
so much.
I can't wait to go. This looks absolutely beautiful. I want to live there. All right.
Oh.
Hello everyone, my name is Elaf. I am 7 years old. I am a first grade student from Antalya, Turkey. Antalya is very beautiful city with blue. Seas are very excited because we'll be in our city. I love our planet. Let's protect the earth together. Thank you.
So great.
Cutest
Oh,
video
I
I've
love
ever
it.
seen.
I know. And her English is much better than my Turkish. So I'm going to have to start working on that. But I think that it just shows how everyone on this call today, is responsible for telling these stories, for showcasing what is amazing about our local environment and what's at risk, and thinking about how can I protect my home, my community, my future, the Ellas in our own cities that we need to celebrate and protect and build hope for. So as we are going to open up the breakout groups again, but I know that some schools will need to leave at different times. So I'm going to say a bit of a concluding message, but you don't need to leave after that. We're going to open the rooms up again so that you continue to share. But if you need to leave, we understand. So Greta Thunberg, who we all know and love as a great child advocate, has said that once we start to act, hope is everywhere. So instead of looking for hope, look for action. And then and only then will hope come. This is especially important in the world of misinformation and disinformation, our theme for this year. Because when the truth feels unclear, and when voices are competing for attention, and when our own doubt grows about how people are acting and what they are saying, and if change is happening, action is that clarity. Today is Earth Day. It's a day for us to reflect, but it's also an important day if we haven't started to act to do that. Because what the future is not shaped by what we believe alone, but what we will do. And this year, your challenge is not just to fight climate change, it's to think about the truth, look for the truth, to question information, to communicate responsibly, and to act with integrity. Because a sustainable future depends not just on science, but on trust, on trusting each other. So we want to start where you are right now, use your voice, take action, and hope will follow. So thank you, everyone. Happy Earth Day. We're so excited to get started on this journey with you and with your schools and with your friends and all of that wonderful thing. We're going to open up our
Wait,
rooms again.
before the
Oh,
breakout
go ahead.
rooms,
Yeah.
we have to do our cheer.
Oh, we have to do a cheer.
Yes.
I'm so glad that Rebecca's here and remembers these things because I forget. Go
So
Rebecca.
if you don't have your camera on, turn your camera on. We'll do our cheer before we send you back into your breakout room. So as we're all getting beautified and camera ready, for those of us that have not done the decarbonized cheer before, I'll say 3, 2, 1, and we all say decarbonize. Yes, Goulet knows. And you have to put your hands up or else it doesn't really work in the screenshot. Okay.
No.
I think we're getting mostly really good to go. Okay, everybody ready? All right, let's try it.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Decarbonize.
That was really good. Okay, I'm going to open your breakout rooms again one more time. So if you are able to stay and would still like to share, you are welcome to stay and share in your breakout rooms. We'll leave them open for a little while longer. And if not, thank you so much for joining us. It was a wonderful Earth Day. And to those of us joining on YouTube, we're going to end the stream now. So thank you, our YouTube friends, for joining us as well.
Amazing.
Okay, our YouTube is good to go.
Bye.